Hi, I'm Reverend Dr. Laura Hunt, Associate Pastor at New Beginnings and Adjunct for Spring Arbor University, the East Michigan Training Institute of the Free Methodist Church, and several other universities and seminaries in the U.S. and overseas. And today I would like to look at Luke 13, verses 10 through 17. Now, when you listen to me read this passage in a minute, I'd like you to notice that Jesus speaks boldly in this encounter. We all probably have people and places where we have the freedom to speak frankly. But we have other places and people in whose presence we have to avoid certain topics and certain tones, because to speak frankly means to risk losing jobs or relationships. In the ancient world, the measure of a friendship was how frank people could be with one another. It was also a measure of a person's social rank. Slaves could almost never speak their minds. Free elite men almost always could. In the New Testament, frankness was given by the Holy Spirit. In Acts 4:29, the disciples pray, "Lord, enable your servants to speak your word with great boldness." So with that in mind, let's hear Luke 13, verses 10 through 17. On a Sabbath, Jesus was teaching in one of the synagogues, and a woman was there who had been crippled by a spirit for 18 years. She was bent over and could not straighten up at all. When Jesus saw her, he called her forward and said to her, "Woman, you are set free from your infirmity." Then he put his hands on her, and immediately she straightened up and praised God. Indignant because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, the synagogue leader said to the people, "There are 6 days for work, so come and be healed on those days, not on the Sabbath." The Lord answered him, "You hypocrites! Doesn't each of you on the Sabbath untie your ox or donkey from the stall and lead it out to give it water? Then should not this woman, a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has kept bound for 18 long years, be set free on the Sabbath day from what bound her?" When he said this, all his opponents were humiliated, but the people were delighted with all the wonderful things he was doing. The boldness that the disciples prayed for, the boldness of the Lord towards the synagogue leader, these are our models. But what is it that we are to boldly speak? For the disciples, it was the truth about Jesus, who he is and what he does. For Jesus, it was a word that humiliated the leader, but valued and honored the marginalized woman. When we speak of Jesus, we must talk about this model that he left for us too. While he lived on earth, he traveled the country, healing people's sicknesses, giving people food, calling people to live holy lives. But what does it mean to live holy lives? Among other things, as we see here from Jesus' life, it means to speak up frankly when powerful people are taking care of their own donkeys and oxen, but upholding regulations that prevent the suffering from accessing medical care. You will hear more from others on this team about what God considers to be holy living. But for my contribution, I wanted us to consider this. Are we, like the hypocrites here, following Christianity in ways that prevent us from showing compassion and giving help to those who suffer in our country? And if we are already caring for others, are we speaking up frankly against those who put roadblocks in their way to self-determination? Thank you.